We live.
What's good, everybody? What's good? I know it's a late one, man. I'm here. We here in person. We back with it. Hold on. Yeah, we live.
Mm-hmm. I trust it. We are so live. What's up, everybody, man? Streaming.
Yeah, we out here. Day one. Literally got the star behind us. You feel me? Y'all see it? Fun fact for y'all. This is my very first time ever coming to a Dallas Cowboys practice in person. It was amazing to see. You feel me? Um, but I'm here with Boss, man. We winging it. We trying to get it on the go.
Yeah, I won't call it winging. It's natural.
Yeah.
So we sitting at the training camp, man, and the main thing I want to test real quick, y'all let me know if y'all hear us clear, because we do have a little bit of background around us. So if you can hear us clear, put a one, and especially if you're hearing us without background noise, just let us know real quick so we can know how to move with the stream. So I'm listening. So my boy Henny, he say salute to my
Man, we missing you, Henny, bro. We missing you, man.
so, so also keep in mind that when Henny is done Kool-Aiding with his wife, he can come down and do content whenever you want to, my brother. Um, yeah. So anyway, and the collective is getting ready to end. They supposed to end it about 6 minutes ago. So they say we won.
We won.
My boy Sin City say, boss, I thought you was gonna jump on the collective with Law. Nah, bro. Like, listen, let me tell you how I move on that. I'm never going to just invite myself. That's etiquette, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta be invited. I'm not gonna, you know,
Respect.
just respect. So we can go and just start talking some ball and just kind of go, bro.
Let's start from the beginning. As y'all know, we've been having critiques for this team, and we've been everything we've been seeing been through a virtual screen. So I would say, just starting with the positive, just seeing here and putting our eyes upon it and getting the whole experience, getting the whole vibe. I felt the energy of the practice, and I see the difference. I see you can see the difference because you have a baseline of last year with McCarthy,
Right.
to base it off of. But me, of just tracking back, I see him trying to inject energy in the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, definitely the baseline that I saw from practice is I didn't like the start of practice. And I didn't like all the groups. I'm gonna be all the way honest. The group that was the most impressive from the beginning to the end in everything, them damn linebackers.
You was in there too. What? You like that tackle drill they was doing down here?
I love everything.
I noticed Eberflus did not. I was reading the articles and honest. I knew him and Bergonzi. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I knew him and Bergonzi. They gurus, and then I know but they're hands on. Like Eberflus as the D coordinator, he like, man, he gives the safeties and everything something to do. He'll take the eye and peek at the D line, but he's right there with the linebackers.
Man, and the drills, and see, when I was watching the drills, y'all, listen, I was sitting with Real Truth. So people that know my channel know that Real Truth frequents sometimes. He's an NFL trainer. So it was perfect for me because I'm able to critique the drills with a guy who does drills.
Right.
Right? So we sitting there watching the linebacker drills, and I'm like, man, they was doing some like dynamic, great like eye progression stuff. Like for instance, this might bore y'all, but I'm gonna just tell y'all what I saw that I love, bro. They was doing flash drills to the ball where they had like a bag, and so they had the back pedal, take a plant step, go around the bag, and that's when the ball would come out. So they was catching everything at a flash. It was like so I know from playing corner that usually you see the ball and it's coming at you, and it's almost like slow motion when the ball is coming your way. The way Eva training them, he training them like it's gonna come like that, but it's not gonna come like that. So if they catching them interceptions like they was, and I saw just beautiful ball training, and then
He's working every spectrum of the brief.
man, I enjoyed Eberflus drills, bro.
It was like I had my eyes on the church, but I did peek my eye and see what they were doing.
Man,
he's emulating trash they're gonna have to navigate through.
Yeah,
he's a instinctual, base coach.
Man.
And I noticed that with his on film from his previous linebackers that their instincts are at his feet.
Yes.
But seeing him how he trains, linebackers is his home. And this is why, we're gonna keep this on football. This is why I'm so glad that when he paid, someone so good shit.
Micah,
I want him in that room.
Ooh, Micah in that room would have been dope. Hey, listen, I and see that's the thing about coming to training camp because you got Oxnard, but then you got Dallas. When you come to Dallas, that's Lou time. That's my time. That's when we put our eyes on it. And man, listen, I'm gonna tell you another drill. And we just talking, bro. Listen, we freestyling. But I'm telling you the things that I was excited for, bro. So and it makes sense why we've been seeing the linebacker play the way that we've been seeing the linebacker play. So check this out. We got Law in the building. What's up, man?
I'm back, man.
You back?
We's in here.
Hey, so we gonna have to share mics on this one.
Guest pastor.
All right, hold on real quick. So Law, what we gonna do? When you talk, I'm gonna give you the mic. All right. So my boy Law working overtime. He giving us the listen, and he just came off the collective.
Yes,
I say, get y'all ass off the collective so we can go live.
It ain't live, it ain't me.
It ain't live, it ain't me.
Come on with it. They said one thing I know for sure about Law. Man, Death, Taxes, and Law Nation going live. This brother gonna go live. But I'm gonna say this though.
Yeah, bro.
Where were we on the conversation
for
the
bro,
nation without
listen.
hesitation
Hey,
or deviation?
Oh, bro. I was talking about the linebackers and the linebacker drills and how dope the drills are.
Right.
So, let me see that mic real quick.
Come on with it.
So where I could, because he get ready to do something. So, man, listen. Because y'all see, we just rock it, bro. Listen, we just rock it. But listen, I was watching the linebacker drills, bro. We got Lando in the house too, bro. Listen, bro. We might as well call this DC Universe. This DC Universe got it. No, listen, man, we gotta talk about good things because it been some bad things, bro.
Right.
It been some bad things, bro. But then when you go look at the practice, this is what I was impressed with. They was having the linebackers run forward at them, and intentionally they kept throwing the ball low and hard. So they had to catch the ball every time, like on their shoestrings, bro. And I'm like, I say, Eberflus is training the hell out of these boys.
Let me tell you, Bungaza. What's his name, man? Bungaza.
Yeah.
Scott McCurley would never. Scott McCurley didn't know football.
Oh, hell no.
He didn't know football. I had a conversation with Scott McCurley. Thank you so much. Baby.
Monetization.
All right.
Keep your hand right there.
Man, this sweet tea.
That's sweet tea. That's sugar water. This little brown sugar water.
So, hey, all linebackers,
man,
it's intentional
right.
that they line up. I'm talking about the D-line.
Yeah.
It's intentional that they line up in wide line.
Yeah.
So they try to follow them inside.
Yeah.
I think that's why we seeing 35 come down and hit.
Yeah.
Lo and behold,
yeah,
it's a guy that been resurrected.
I know he's
oh my God!
See, we didn't even have to say that.
He's a Lord.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Trust his body. Yeah. A whole built the shit.
He's seeing it.
Realize he was technically before the neck. He was a first round talent.
Yes, he was.
The significance of going over 18 days at LSU.
Yeah.
That's big down campus. That's what that is.
Yo, well, we talking some football.
We talking some football today.
We talking some football, man. We get it out. Yeah,
I had to walk off on that, bro. Ooh, it feels good. It feels good to be excited, bro.
Yeah, it feels good.
So like it's so, and this is just the
That
first
room,
part.
I don't think
The linebacker room.
The best way I can say
I ain't worried about it.
Eagles and Burgons have taken the bad soil out and they've laid down new soil, and within that new soil, good fruit is now coming from that room. And that's what I love that. That's some of these rooms just need that, just a fresh new soil.
They said talking to the mic.
Okay, wait that mic here. Can y'all hear me now? Put a one in the
camera
chat.
right there.
Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. But I'm gonna say this though. Now, he's talking about new soil, right? But sometimes, even with the old soil, you got to cultivate that soil. You got to take that axe or that tiller, and you got to break up all of that old soil,
bro.
so that oxygen and water, when it's time for you to fertilize that soil, you'll be able to take. And that means that you got to have knowledge. You got to have wisdom and understanding. And Scott McCurley didn't have understanding. See, now, sound like a dish. And I'm gonna tell you, it's ever loose. You know, and a white cotton sound like a dish. So the neighbor and tell him, bring me that dish. Donations.
Close the doors.
Close the doors.
Oh
man. You got to understand the cost.
The cost.
Involved. Come on with it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh man. So listen, y'all.
Yeah.
I do. It was also a part of practice that kind of bothered me, and it was the cornerback room. But I ain't gonna even deal with that. I didn't like the cornerbacks, but the linebackers got me so excited. I don't even want to spend time on that.
Can I say something on that for a second? This edge room is going to make us forget if we are actually in a position to worry about the coverage. If we are actually earning our right to rush the passes, we're playing with the lead, we're stopping the run a little bit, forcing teams to throw it. That edge room is going to make a lot of people forget about a lot of things, regardless of which DBs are self active playing. Zion Childress, Trayvon Diggs, Savon Rebel Jr. when he gets back, Ron Bland, Tyre Elam, keep going. Yeah. But those guys matter less, man. This
You talking about that? I like what White Cotton was doing. White Cotton, when y'all say energy, I saw energy on that side. And you talking about the edge room? They had this drill where they navigate. He had them emulate two different inside moves, and then they have to bend the corner, and then you go attack the dummy and literally like throw themselves. Almost some of them guys are hitting front flips off the bag into the wall. It's padding on the wall though. They are fine, but the effort and James Houston, I'm gonna say this right now.
You have to be on the 53.
James Houston needs to be on this roster. He needs to be on this roster.
Yeah. By the way, here's the other thing that we got to talk about. We've been so much in tune with defensive front and fail to realize when we talking about front, we're talking about including front seven.
Yeah.
And that's linebacker.
Right.
For many of years,
that's right.
We've been allergic and anemic and all of those bad things with linebackers. The best linebacker that we had in many a moons was what's the guy that had that
Sean Lee.
No, not them two. I'm talking about who wore 55. Rolando McClain.
Yeah, right.
Thumper. A guy that make you pay. A guy that's gonna fit the hole and see the hole, hit hole. We got that now, baby. We got the ability to get down there and make something happen out of this particular linebacker core, which is going to help elevate the room, which is going to also help us stop the run. Yeah. You can't stop the run with a guy named Marquise Bell. Shout out to him, HBCU, but you just can't. You got to have
unfair. It was an unfair ask. It's a 205-pound safety that we're asking to go fill and stop the Buffalo Bills.
Right. You ain't 215 there. I wish you had that version. It'll be a little bit better.
It's one thing I can say though, Cowboy Nation. I really want y'all to hear me out. I get personal calls from a lot of you, like calls of concern. Okay, y'all can trust me, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's different when you see the starters of the Dallas Cowboys. That's what I want to communicate today. And I'm not somebody that's a clip guy. I'm looking at the whole thing now. I'm watching the whole flow. I'm not, because I'm pretty sure all of y'all saw the Pickens catch.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure some clips out there of that, but it was way more than just that going on. So I want to encourage you, Cowboy Nation, and I'm like Law, and Law said this earlier. I ain't blowing smoke up your ass.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not doing that, bro. The Dallas Cowboys starters is totally different than their backups, bro. Totally different. If you go look at Dak, what I was looking at, it was so many times I was like, ooh. Not like, oh, good, Dak. It was like, Dak, damn. Like, in terms of seeing it early, seeing it fast, hitting that back foot, and it's gone and accurate. Oh, Dak Prescott, bro. Listen. Listen. Yeah. On target. So, listen, it's one thing about being at these practices it's encouraging, bro. And I'm just being all the way honest because Lando been saying this a lot today. You are not seeing all that we're going to show.
Right.
You're not seeing it.
What would be the point? Yeah. What would be the point?
Right.
Because right now, if we're going to base this off of preseason, Chicago Bears might go straight to the Super Bowl. Right? We're going to base this off of preseason, right? So at the end of the day, what will benefit Shotty by showing everything, especially your hand against the number one defense last year that's defending the Super Bowl. So we got to make sure that we locked, loaded, and ready to get things going.
I want to say one more thing too, real quick. An observation that you're going to get from people being here. You said you saw Parsons. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. Parsons' energy. I had a lot of people didn't see him because he was about an inch sitting down by himself, and I saw a person. You can see the love in his eye and how it's driving him to despair.
Yeah.
Like he's literally sitting. Everyone else is standing up. Steven, other people, reporters, and everything like that. He's sitting down by the entrance. You know what I'm saying? And just looks, he looks very disturbed. And I feel for him because he's out there, and I think CD caught a catch. CD, hair just blowing in the wind. He's like, man. You know what I'm saying? Man. You know what I'm saying? He wish he can be out there. Did you see that?
So I didn't see him.
Give him the mic.
You brought that to my attention. No, I didn't see that, but I can imagine. He just really know about Micah, man. He's got the I hate to hear that. I hate this guy to disappoint me.
And I wanted to bring up Micah. I wanted to bring up Micah because as much as possible, Cowboy Nation, let's try to do our part on pressuring. Just, little things like a hashtag, 877 pay Micah now. Like, listen, y'all. At this point, I listened to your show the other day.
Okay.
I'm going to let you expound on it. I'm not going to even try. But what you did, it was so enlightening what you was talking about with the stress level.
Yeah.
And the pattern of injuries that happen from these contract battles. So I was sitting there like you went truly third dimension, fifth dimension level on that.
Third eye was open.
Yeah, so I'm gonna want you to talk about that again. So I do want all of Cowboy Nation to understand, in my opinion, the unfortunate position that Micah is in.
Yeah.
We are now at our last contact practices. So when you send Micah out there now, he will have no calluses. If you send out Micah now, he's going to go against Lane Johnson without even the first week of having that soreness in your neck. Like, listen, you don't even have to play college or high school. You play Little League. We knew this in Little League, that the first week of practice is when you had your sore neck.
Yeah. And
after that, it went away. Micah won't even have that. Can you expound on like what you were saying?
Yes. So what we are frequency, man. We are vibrational people, man, and frequency levels is what we get our energy from. And when you are stressed, it builds up this thing called cortisol. And cortisol levels are things that get on the cellular level. So by him stressing out, it's not rebuilding muscle tissue. That's why we see a lot of soft tissue issues with players that hold out. Whether it's a dance run, whether it's a situation and scenario that we seen last year with Dak Prescott, the stress of it all.
Yeah. CD Lamb.
CD Lamb, shoulders.
The shoulders, right.
Your body tends to get hurt more, and it will not heal as properly or as fast because of that. So if he's not going up against him. He might have to run hills, do jump ropes, play tic-tac-toe, calisthenics, and all of that stuff. But it will not be the same as it relates to going and practicing against other pros.
That's right.
He practice with us already. We in the National Football League.
Right.
So what I'm getting at, ladies and gentlemen, by Jerry Jones waiting so late to pay Micah Parsons. If he's going to pay him regardless of the situation, then go ahead and do it. But in the meantime, in the between time, if and I'm saying this big, if Micah Parsons get paid and then he go plays week 1, it would not be the same because he's going up against Jordan Mailata. And then he's going up next week with somebody else. And all of a sudden, people going to want the results. They don't give a dog about what he went through. And they're going to say to themselves, hey, why we can't do X, Y, and Z things, right?
Right.
And it's because we didn't pay, and then it's because he didn't get out there and practice, and that stress level builds up. And I'm not going to wish this on him.
No, we're not. We're not doing that. But it's honest. It's honest.
But these are things of why you get hurt out here in the National Football League. Each of those things.
Most of all, he's not in shape. He has not been working out since he got here before camp. You don't work out while you're at camp. And then I know people are like, oh, he worked out. In-game shape and being in shape is totally two completely different things. And he's dealing with Coach Whitecotton in a very high rotation system. Whitecotton told him. He said, I want these guys playing until their lungs are on fire. And do it again. Do it again. And you know the easiest way to get hurt is when you're tired.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to get hurt.
In the words of Jimmy Johnson, fatigue makes cowards of us all, right? Yeah. And I think he stole that from old boy. But yeah. Y'all be sure, man. Y'all support this channel. Y'all be sure to support this channel. Be sure to hit that like button, share, subscribe, and let's get it one way or another. Is what we're saying. And on top of that, hey, let's keep our alkalines together. Let's keep on with it, even though I got me some tea.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'll pin it.
Somewhere I put these two games here. Actually, all three of them. Awesome. Had an intro. That's great. That's my cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Sports below the surface. Law is talking about the psychological element of this that adds to the physical stress. But Lou re-emphasized that there's also the physical element that adds to the physical stress. Come on, you've got to build the calluses. I'm a baseball player. My arm will feel much better at the end of the season than ever would at the beginning of the season.
I don't know about with.
Why is that? The same exact things that we're talking about.
Wow.
Okay. Not only would I throw harder,
Wow.
because you build up the adaptation, your body's like, okay, more laid back, more faster recovery time because it's used to the wear and tear. So recovery quicker. You're not as tired of fatigue. Like, 2 days in between innings or outings at the beginning of the season is a completely different ballgame than 2 days between innings or outings, or even back-to-back days. You go, guys feel that at the beginning of the season, your arm is in shape as yeah, so that's all I have.
Good stuff, man.
Muscle memory is important. And Yeah, like so all of this that everyone said, this is all contributing to our season. We want Mike. The thing is, also from a philosophical standpoint, we have cut pretty much, I think, even from his playbook in half, but we don't have Micah out there. Because I think Micah is going to play the EZ role. We sometimes want to have a 3-4 base when we're in the 4-3, and we can't guarantee that that's not going to be in for Philly. It may not be in until Thanksgiving. If we pay him on the first, this is the things that we're sacrificing. So we're going out there already playing left-handed, and the team is not making us play left-handed. You know.
So Lando, I'm gonna pass this to you, especially with what you just said in terms of you getting strong as the season went on. Just so we can transfer this to a solution discussion, what would you what kind of ramp up would you want to see with Micah to kind of prevent what Lau described in terms of almost guaranteeing injury if he's not managed right? Like, how would you handle that? I know you're not a doctor, but you have experience.
Right.
So they say speak it to the mic too.
Okay. The only way to really work around that is like, so for me, it's live reps. I got to get on the mound, up against live, like with live batters in the box. And even still, it's not quite the same because the adrenaline, like I was a big adrenaline guy. The hardest I would ever throw in the bullpen in practice, like a simulated game, would be like 3 to 4 miles per hour below my peak, maximum velocity output. In game, just the adrenaline is such a big thing. So it's really difficult. That's why people are so, I believe, passionate about everybody getting some minimal amounts, if nothing else, of reps in preseason games, because that's when you feel the adrenaline. Right. That is the only time that the adrenaline that you feel when you're participating prior to the season beginning is actually equal. Your body cannot tell the difference between whether it's preseason or regular season. So for my analogy, what you're asking me, the only way is if I have people watching with a batter in the box. So for Micah, it may not be possible for him to replicate that. Right. I would at least love to hear or see a clip or something like that. As long as he's getting maximum intent reps against another offensive lineman. Right. That's one way to shorten that gap a little bit. But still, you can't mimic the adrenaline, the speed that he plays with, the twitch that is present in his central nervous system. Right. Unless there's the actual in-game adrenaline.
Right. That's good stuff, man. Real good stuff. I'm just saying that's real good stuff.
Yeah.
Real good stuff. And when you start thinking about that, we got over 7 trillion cells. And they got to speak to one another.
Right.
And that is really, your body craves it. Almost that endorphins, man, start kicking in. Right. And then you start craving it. But if it just start hitting you all at once, man, it's kind of like running outside at night with your socks on, man. You think you're the fastest person in the building. Right. Then the next day you're sore. Man. So we don't need that for Micah Parsons. No. We need him to be out there on the field.
I think I do have a solution. I think you have to slow his ramp up.
Ramp up. There have to be a ramp up here. Yeah.
Slow it. Like for those who want him to go 0 to 100, to me, that's running him right into the concern of what Law said.
And I think that I feel like they have a great handle on that. And there's a plan in place, right? Surely, with all this guaranteed money involved, your pass rusher, the best player of the team, debatable. There's a plan. Everything's typed. This is how we know there's a plan, because Shotty is already talking to us about the monitoring the GPS tracking data. Guys are only, if they're planning on playing in the game in the preseason, and they're only getting 12 full contact reps. The guys who aren't playing, they're getting 24. Right. So all this stuff is tracked. I forget Catapult Sports. Right. The technology that they use. They have information and feedback on every single player, their maximum output, their top speed, their total amount of steps taken, total amount of distance traveled, and then even to it on a deeper level, like your average heart rate, and your expected the recovery time as a result of what that data is fitting. So it's a very intricate process. And I know that the people in charge, the higher the medical team, the strength and conditioning staff, the coaching staff, and everybody else above that is, at least they very well should be well aware of that, what you're speaking of, the ramp-up process. They will almost certainly have to, otherwise, it's, in my opinion, malpractice.
I think this can be a blessing. We can look at this from a different perspective. This because why I say this this slow ramp up period, this may be good for our defense. I think my problem with this team, I criticize over and over again. Too many times people have to put on the cape, and we rely on them. You go on your strongest or weakest link. Right. This is why I love Zimmer's defense last year, because Zimmer was able to do what he can do without the Micah effect. He was able to generate a pressure without the Micah, with Overshawn, and then when Overshawn went down, with Maris. So, and when I made these videos, my overview videos, I challenged the edge room. Can we generate a pass rush without Micah? Because Micah's not going to always be there. I thought he was going to be a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? So can this defensive line, can we value each possession? Can we still play defense when a Micah is not going to be there? Because if we can do that, let's just calculation. If we can play defense without a Micah as he's ramping up versus the Eagles, that makes us a stronger team overall. That is a battle that we went to, and that is a mental win that we can lean on.
Yeah, I was just like, it's like what Lou said. It's almost like somebody farted, man. Like,
I know.
Because I get what you said in theory.
Yeah.
I just hate the thought. You know what I mean?
I know.
Deep, because all the metrics go up exponentially when he's on the field. You can't replicate Michael, dog, and the impact of Michael.
Yeah.
So, like for instance, real quick. Zimmer did something when he came. He said this is what was consistent when Michael was on the field. He said every offense slanted their protections to Micah.
Yeah.
So that means you guaranteed one-on-ones just with his presence, not even with playmaking. So it's like, yeah, and you're right, if we can, but damn, Jerry.
I'm in the ramp.
All right.
I envision Micah being there, but in the ramp-up period. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not going to play all 80 reps.
Yeah, I know. I'm just,
I
just have to hold my nose. Because that's what we just got to do right now.
What you're saying is I don't think it's wrong at all. Because so boss is right, but you're also correct because you don't win a Super Bowl right? So
With just Michael.
Right. So
You saying develop.
correct.
Yeah.
So
Character.
you're elevating your floor
Yeah.
by allowing everybody else to sort of carry a little bit of a heavier workload. That way, whenever, God forbid, sometime that situation does have to play out again. You have to go win a football game without him, regardless of when that is later on in the season.
That's true.
It's not like they haven't done that. They're used to that. They know what to expect and how to, like you said, collectively raise the tide together. Everybody kind of put a little bit more effort in there.
Can we handle one more topic? Because see, Law giving us overtime. And
We
not even.
just left an hour.
Listen, he giving us overtime after collective,
Yeah.
after video, after being in practice. We're going to make this short. But because we have, I think, especially Lando, and we have Lou and myself for sure, like we've been preaching this one take. I think we got to at least talk about that. Just a little bit. And then we're going to let my boy Law out. Okay. So, going into the season, how do we feel? Because I never talked about that together, especially with you. We was going to discuss this. How are you feeling now about the one take? I'm going to start it off by saying this. Jay played better, but I don't believe better is good enough. And I don't trust it to sustain. And the reason is because you're asking a rookie that's used to 10 or 12 games to now play 17. We saw this with Maz, not with Maz, with Osa.
Yeah.
So it's like, even with a fast start, if that was to happen, that does not insulate us from winter, the literal winter. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on just kind of one take and the crisis that I think we're in.
First and foremost, I agree. that it is a crisis.
Yeah.
It is my number one priority right now.
Right.
And I have not wavered off of that. Even if Jay Toya wasn't going to sustain his level of play, Jay Toya sustaining his level of play is not enough.
Facts.
You're going to need 5 defensive tackles, interior defensive linemen to make it through any 4 quarters. You got to have 5 of them.
Right.
There's a reason I can be very long-winded on this topic. I've written about it on CowboysFix.com. I've talked about it all over the radio show.
It beat the drum.
Man,
You should have been in the start of the day.
defensive tackle is the second most difficult position in all of football to find difference-making talent. Only the quarterback. Only the quarterback. So those guys are few and far between. Everybody's saying, "Oh, we'll just go trade for a guy." Well, here's the problem. Most teams don't have a surplus of defensive tackles that they're willing to give up. So that's an issue. That's why Jonathan Allen was a layup in the offseason, and he wouldn't have counted against the captain for conference points. Right. Because he was a cap captain. So you could have had that. Javon Hargrave, Javon Kinlaw, those guys were available in agency, There was a time and place. But without being too long-winded, just understand. And I'll be happy to explain this on another show or whatever if I have to. And you guys can just, if you Google my name and that topic, like defensive tackle, most difficult position, it'll probably come up. You'll see an article. But there's so few and far between for a reason, because it's already rare to be 300 pounds, to be athletic, and to love football enough to continuously do the things necessary, the little things that make you effective. But at the same time, what is it's banging the gavel on my point is it requires offensive line. They play every snap in the football. They don't play the same 5 starting defensive tackles. There's 5 of them. Right. That's how hard it is, because most of the time you are trying to fight through 2 grown men who are highly technical, highly rare athletes, highly strong. Whereas offensive linemen are usually only matched up against one.
Right. Right.
So, crisis, yes, until further notice.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up and say this, man. First of all, happy birthday to my brother Chris 214. His birthday today. I'm gonna slap the hell out of you, brother, because I know you work. Because my boy. Right.
Because how you get the birthday licks and he turned 50.
I'm gonna give him some birthday licks. I'm gonna tell you he deserved it too, brother. Because you know what he did. You want to know what he did, long. What do men always do on their birthday? Work.
Never take off.
We don't take off. So I'm gonna slap the hell out of you, Christy Wolf, when I see you.
And we just talked about
this. And I'm the biggest hypocrite because I do it too. But I'm gonna hold you accountable. Now, happy birthday, my brother. So that's my final word, man. I feel great about being at this practice with these great guys. And I love the fact that this happened so spontaneous. So that's my final word. I ain't got nothing else to say about that, man. And we are better than what we think. That's coming from Boss Show, man. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, hey, my shout out to Law, Lando, especially we've definitely been contact before me and Lando. I finally met my inspiration in love.
Oh man, don't make me cry, man. Don't make me cry over here, man.
All working everything like that. I checked the bucket list tonight. You feel me? And always good working with Boss. Boss gonna show up. We finally met
face to face.
Face to face.
First time.
Yeah, it's the first time.
In the same city. You know what I'm saying? That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying?
It make no sense. We supposed to have drunk after Booker. We supposed to have literally have some drinks after Booker, so we gonna do that tomorrow.
Listen,
he was on that.
I got to see Booker today. I definitely saw my old line today. We are, like you said, we are better than we. Pickens is faster than what I saw. I don't know what it is. That's in my final word. But Pittsburgh, I don't know what's wrong with their cameras. Maybe they had weight. Maybe they slow people down. But when you come here and you see it for yourself, Pickens is moving, man. And I'm talking about route running as well. So my final word is, Cowboy Nation, let's keep up the pressure on defensive tackle. The reason why we put up the pressure because we're all so close. We are too close to let the lower passers by right now. You know what I'm saying? We didn't came too far. You know what I'm saying? So I just wish we make these last 2 and couple of moves, improve this team. I can't wait for the game on Friday. Be on the lookout. We're going live Friday for the Atlanta Falcons game. You know,
let's get it.
Jadon Blue is playing Friday.
Jadon Blue.
Oh yeah, Jadon Blue.
You know we evaluate. We hook them. You feel me? So hey, shout out to all the Cowboy Nation, man.
Yeah, final words, just let the cake bake. There's the Dan Campbell era in Detroit, just like the way that one started. It takes time whenever you're trying to remove yourself from the culture of complacency and country club, if you will. That doesn't change overnight. One off season definitely isn't enough, especially like the new CBA prohibits so many different things, right? There's just only so many reps to go around and room for growth. So this entire season, I think, will be a season of growth in a lot of different ways, and it may not necessarily translate to wins, but I will say this: the last time, they'll put it right when number 4 is out, this is a 12-win football team. Even despite, hear me out on this one. I'm going to have my listen win for drop. Being mostly one evolution as an offense game. We're a 12-win football team. You really have to multifaceted, multi-dimensional with your ability to run the football when you need 3 yards, or stop the run when you need to convict the opponent from being on the goal line. 4th and goal, 4th and 1, 4th and short, right? We haven't seen an offense like what George Pickens just touched on that is going to survive with a multi-dimensional running game to parlay with the ultimate underlying factor. You got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right to run the football too. Because this team is going to have to prove still that they can stop the run. And if they can't, then not much else matters.
No doubt, no doubt. So I just want to say, man, shout out to Dallas Cowboys Sports, man. We haven't did a show so long. His
I know, bro.
Changed his name. He cut his hair.
Boss.
He can show me now. He St. Louis. So
Show me, baby.
Show me.
Show me.
Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah. Show him. Then I got my guy, man. He just takes like I take it, and you see the growth and you see the production from his brother from another mother. And last but not least, Lando Show. He's doing not a good job at all. He's doing a great job and continue to do that. But I'm going to say this there. When you drop and it says objects may appear closer. Oh, baby. Those nuggets right there. Oh! So slap your neighbor and tell him this object is a little bit closer. It's a little bit closer.
Go.
So what I'm trying to get here to everybody is just be patient. Let the cake bake. The race is not to the swift, to the fighting. It's to he that endures. So as a fan, I know we still crying over Green Bay. You see that documentary? They ripped open a new one for us because we hungry for it, Cowboy Nation. And one of the things that we got to do heading into this season is just be dominant. I said that I want these 2 things. Ray J had 1 wish. I got 2 wishes. And you know it. You know my 2 wishes. And I'm going to keep saying it until it's been manifested and until it's materialized. Because what I'm saying is my 2 wishes, 2 wishes, Sure. Can we run the ball and can we stop the run? Those are my 2 wishes, and I'm seeing those wishes being materialized right now.
Yeah.
And Jadon Blue, I think that he's going to be that secret sauce, that special weapon for us because you can't replicate speed, and that's what he got. That's my final word. I don't want to get too deep into it because we'll be back tomorrow with it. DC for life, not for short. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to